From the Pakistani side, Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao, defense analyst from Karachi, General Rashid Qureshi. I'll ask him whether this was actually expected or rather unexpected, whether they've been stumped today. He's former spokesperson of Musharraf. And Ahmad Raza Kasuri, chief coordinator of the All Pakistan Muslim League. Mr. Kasuri, General Qureshi, Abid Rao, thank you very much. From the Indian side, former Secretary Ministry of External Affairs, KC Singh, General GD Bakshi, editor of the Indian Military Review, and Maruf Raza, India's top military and strategic affairs analyst. KC Singh, let me start with you. Was this unexpected, this move? How do you look upon it?
Well, let me say that the way the government had come out with different reactions at different times, firstly inviting Nawaz Sharif, then from Leh we heard a different voice. But the other day, 15th of August, Prime Minister sent out a very positive message that poverty alleviation, economic integration, that is the future. So it's appeared a bit sudden, because this has happened in the past. April 2nd, this year, the same High Commissioner met the same people. This was on the eve of elections here. So it's not a question of whether it's right or wrong. I think they've sent the right message. But if there is a strategic shift, because never before has this so clearly a red line been drawn that Pakistani representatives will not meet the Hurriyat, then this shift should have been prepared for. Public should have slowly got some hint of it, and we should have been going in that direction. Whereas the suddenness is what makes you think what has happened.
But was that kind of time? You know, when you have two rounds, let's get GD Bakshi, when you have two rounds of meetings, that also 1 week before your foreign secretary level talks. In other words, you're choosing to have these meetings. You want to send out a message, and you are using all of this to somehow take the pressure off your very beleaguered government in Islamabad. Now, Sharif may have his problems, and he may want newspaper articles in Pakistan to say that the Pakistani envoy has met the Hurriyat, you know, in order to keep the fire off himself. But General Bakshi, is it as unexpected? And whether or not it's unexpected, is it the right thing to do or not?
You know, I thought this was coming for a very long time. The Pakistanis had it coming. Look, this government, when it took charge in New Delhi, I think it made a sincere effort to send a signal that it wants peace and quiet and amity in the entire SAARC region so that we can focus on economic development. For this reason, all the heads of state of the SAARC region were called to New Delhi. All of them were gracious enough to come, including Mr. Nawaz Sharif. But from that time onwards, I think we have just demonstrated to the whole wide world that the standard Pakistani pattern kicks in.
Right.
The moment one civilian leadership talks of peace talks, you know, or even broaches the subject of peace talks or accepts India's invitation after a lot of hesitation.
Right.
You know, you have the deep state going into full, high gear, trying to destabilize a government which has been duly elected. You know, suddenly there are marches taking place in Islamabad and the border has been lit up. What is this Pakistani deep state trying to do? Test the will of the Modi government? Well, then they had it coming.
You tested the will.
I don't think they have anyone to blame but
you
themselves.
Asked for this. Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao, you called it upon yourself. There was no choice left. You provoked us repeatedly. You tested our patience repeatedly. And you thought you would get away once again by talking to these separatists. Now, you can't have it both ways, Air Vice Marshal. You can't on the one side say you want better relations with India and then go ahead and invite separatists for a dialogue. I mean, separatists for a dialogue? Who are these people? Never fought an election. Represent nobody but themselves. Made a lot of money by being on ISI rolls. You call them for a dialogue because you want to do your own, you want to fight the windmill sitting in Delhi. We called your bluff. How do you feel now? Maybe you didn't expect this, Air Marshal Rao, but we really called your bluff this time.
I feel this way, that India, with due regards, which calls itself the biggest democracy and a big country of over 1 billion people, you are talking from a position of moral weakness. You are scared to talk to Pakistan on those issues on which there is a problem since 1947.
So there is a problem
if you are
in
so
Baluchistan.
strong in your
there is a problem in Baluchistan.
Listen to me.
Let me
listen to me.
There is a problem in Baluchistan. Let's do something.
Part of Pakistan.
Air Marshal Rao, let's do something. Let's call all the Baluch rebels. Let's call all the Baluch rebels, including those Let's call all the Baluch rebels, including those who have been exiled in Switzerland,
at the UN, taken by India.
Let's call them in for talks in Islamabad with the Indian envoy.
So you don't want to take it to a logical end.
Sir,
your leadership, no matter from Mr. Nehru down to Mr. Modi, is scared of talking to Pakistan because your position is very weak.
Abid
you
Rao.
create reasons.
Abid
What
Rao.
is new that you have done?
Abid Rao.
You have suspended
Abid
talks
Rao,
in
the
the
whole
past, you have
world
done it now.
knows.
How
And
does
the-
it matter?
and the whole
it
world
doesn't
is
make your
seeing.
position any stronger
Okay,
in
let
India.
me please.
It makes Pakistan's position even stronger today,
Marshal
even
Rao.
in these conditions. We are not moved
Marshal
at all.
Rao.
You have done nothing new. It is
Marshal
same
Rao.
old,
Marshal
yes.
Rao, just one thing. Just understand this point, please. How would you have reacted? Maruf, tell me, how would the Pakistanis have reacted if we would have invited a number of their rebels from Baluchistan for talks in Islamabad, or maybe should
You
I
have
say
done
right
that in
outside
past, but
Rawalpindi,
Balochistan
right
is
before
not
the
a disputed
diplomatic
territory.
talks?
It is not
Would
a
Nawaz
dispute between
Sharif-
any two countries.
Would Nawaz
You
Sharif
have done
has-
that with Bangladesh.
So let us, okay, so
we lost for our own political
So I have a
mistakes.
request.
It was not.
I have a request, Marshal. Listen to me, Marshal.
Yes, because you are giving a wrong example.
Abraham, I'm giving you a right example. We believe you repress people
It is
in
not
Balochistan.
identical.
We believe
What media of
you
Indian
violate human
government
rights in
says
Balochistan.
is
and we
morally
want permission.
incorrect,
we want permission.
historically
Marshal,
incorrect,
please
and
listen.
politically incorrect.
Marshal, please listen. When
By your
diplomacy
shouting, it
happens-
doesn't make any difference to our
Marshal,
position on Kashmir.
Marshal, you see what happened. You got away with it, Marshal. When Hina Rabbani Khar met separatists on her first visit to India, even before Maruf, she met her Indian counterpart. Right? Even before she met her Indian counterpart or met S.M. Krishna or talked about Kashmir or cross-border terrorism, she went and had a meeting with that paper tiger called Mirwais Omar Farooq.
Yes.
Right? And,
yes.
and when Jalil Abbas Gilani, Foreign Secretary, met the separatist leaders ahead of his two-day talks with the Indian Foreign Secretary in June 2012. So, Maruf, they always made it clear they didn't want to talk peace with India. They wanted to come to India and insult India and make it clear that they were only playing to the Pakistani hardline military galleries. They look hurt tonight. Are they not to blame? Maruf.
On a couple of points, I think we've both in India and Pakistan got differing views on the subject, but let me sort of put it in perspective from the way we see the facts. Firstly, I was a bit surprised, and pleasantly so, that the government took this stand and called off Pakistan's bluff. For the last 10 years under the UPA government, we've had a completely muddled approach to dealing with Pakistan. From Prime Minister Manmohan Singh saying that Pakistan cannot use terror as an extension of its foreign policy after 26/11, he indulged in biryani diplomacy and whatever else. I think what is important to understand that as far as this government is concerned, and I had said so after Mr. Modi's speech in Ladakh, that we could possibly see that the Indian government would be turning a corner vis-a-vis Pakistan. I'm glad I stand vindicated. I saw trends towards that coming from the approach that he had taken. And I think Pakistan also knows that that trend was in the offing. But the problem is a deeper one. And I'm not saying it. I am quoting from the collecting wisdom of various Western scholars who have spent 10 to 15 years, most recently Christine Fair, who have spent time in Pakistan and articulated a balanced account of what is happening there in the establishment. Pakistan must continue to challenge us on Kashmir for a variety of reasons. The military, which is the dominant force there, must challenge that, because if they don't, they do not get their kind of
Maruf, they don't challenge it. No, Maruf,
No.
they don't. We can
No,
keep
no.
expecting. You know, and I know
Arnab,
that they don't.
See,
If
Arnab,
they
the point
wanted
is,
to. No,
Arnab,
Maruf,
the point is,
Maruf,
if they let go of the subject, they will be admitting
Precisely.
defeat. If they don't
why
let
should-
go of the subject, they keep their entire basic focus on that. Pakistan will continue to so-called support these guys, they say morally, but they're actually supporting them physically, financially, and militarily. But the more important issue, I think, is that this Modi government is going to give them more surprises. If there are elements in Pakistan's establishment that believe that they can arm twist India into saying that we are a nuclear weapon state, we will do this, that to you, I don't buy that line, quite simply because nuclear weapons are not to be used. Nuclear weapons
Maruf.
prevent conflict.
No, Maruf.
They don't allow you to be used in conflict.
No,
So,
Maruf, the question is of civility. No, Maruf, 1 second. The question is of civility.
Arnab, my last point.
Maruf, let's get the Pakistani straight on the point tonight.
Arnab, my last point is that if the Pakistan High Commissioner continues to defy the government in Delhi, he should be asked to leave. We should be willing to live without diplomatic ties with Pakistan. If Pakistan's envoy doesn't serve diplomatic relations, what the hell is he doing here?
Well, the simple question to ask Rashid Qureshi and Mr. Kasuri is this. Mr. Kasuri, do you realize the bigger message of this, General Qureshi? The bigger message is, you don't matter and we don't care. That's simply the message. We gave you an opportunity. If you choose to continue to create trouble, we will just ignore you. Ignore you, General Qureshi. You can't threaten us with either your nuclear weapons or with your terrorism. We have called your bluff. Now, one by one, the entire world today is going to call your bluff. Were you or were you not told, General Qureshi, what about civility? My question to you is on civility. When the government of India says you should go ahead with talks with you should not go ahead with the talks with the separatists, and if you were told that if you went ahead, talks at the secretary level would be called off, my question to you is, why did you continue
like a
to do that? Mr. Kasuri,
why do you invite us if you have to speak yourself?
No, Mr. Kasuri, my question is simple. Civility.
And then listen.
Civility.
All right, listen to me. Look here. I have got a lot of reservation regarding Mian Nawaz Sharif home policy. But let me assure you,
sir, that is your problem.
What he said on the 14th of August represented the ethos of people of Pakistan. When he was in Delhi and he did not meet a delegation.
So we know what he said with the Pakistani military having a gun to his head. We know that.
Just a minute.
We know that.
Just a minute. Hold on, please. Hold on.
Sir, I'm asking you about civility. When you carry on global level dialogue, there's got to be a certain civility.
Hold on. You don't let anybody speak. If you
Sir,
don't
you answer my question.
I will leave see. Please listen to me. When the Hurriyat conference delegation was waiting and he instead preferred to meet Mittal along with Son, you appreciated, because
sir,
he was a Prime Minister who was looking for business contact. But let me tell you that people in Pakistan were very, very unhappy of that conduct of the Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. Then he certainly realized that he
so
took
that's your problem. You are a failed democracy. Your Prime Minister is weak.
He rectified himself.
He doesn't have support. That's
Just
your internal problem, not
for
ours.
God's sake, Lalaji, bas karo. See,
Sir, I'm not Lalaji and I'm asking you a straight question, Mr. Kasuri. That's your problem. I know you're a troubled state. You have your problems.
Listen to me. The position is that when he took a stand which represented the ethos of people of Pakistan, which represented the official stand of the government of Pakistan from last couple of decades, that Kashmir is a disputed area. Kashmir is an unfinished agenda of the partition of subcontinent.
I don't care.
Is a jugular vein.
Sir,
and there are outstanding resolution in the United Nations which compels you to give a right of plebiscite to the people of Kashmir, which is Sunni concept of democracy.
You know, Mr. Kasuri. Mr. Kasuri, I think you neither know history nor recent facts. I am asking you about...
We cannot have a good relation unless you solve the question of Kashmir.
Yeah, and you know, Mr. Kasuri, Kashmir is and will be a part of India. You have nothing to do with it. The question is, we specifically alerted you. Can General Qureshi tell me? Can General Qureshi tell me?
Willing for that.
Can General Qureshi tell me?
6 lakhs.
Can General Qureshi?
And next day they will declare UDI. Next day they will declare UDI.
You know,
from there.
Sir, you know.
Arnab, I don't know why you give him so much weight.
One second. Mr. Kasuri. Mr. Kasuri, a minute, please.
See.
Mr. Kasuri, simple question is
Your Jawaharlal Nehru is committed for plebiscite. Your
so listen to
government
me.
later on.
Listen to me, Mr.
Ask him to read.
Mr. Kasuri, you must allow some others to come in.
The plebiscite.
Mr.
Orna,
Mr. Kasuri, give me
resolution is
1
on the
second. One
internet.
opportunity to please
you
direct
go back
this discussion.
To UN and get it out. Let's see who votes for you.
One question is this, M. Marshal Rao and Mr. Kasuri, will you not let even General Qureshi
come in? You will
come
get Kashmir along with your dams. You are contributing
Mr.
towards
Kasuri,
Kashmir.
Mr. Kasuri,
Orna,
you have blown,
the guy is
you know what has happened. You have blown a chance to start on a fresh note with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The 25th August talks, KC, would have been the first round of talks between India and Pakistan under Narendra Modi's government. Because the talks that Modi and Sharif had were only sort of, courtesy conversation when he came during the swearing in.
His hands are soaked with the blood of Muslims.
Take the rhetoric aside, sir.
He's a terrorist.
Take the rhetoric aside.
He's a terrorist.
Sir, please be careful about what you say. You are speaking about our Prime Minister.
See, he's a terrorist.
Mr. Kasuri.
See.
And I request you, you show the basic courtesies as when you speak about our Prime Minister, Mr. Kasuri. Question is, and the question goes to General Qureshi. What was the pressing need, General Qureshi, to meet these non-entities called the Hurriyat less than a week before the first round of dialogue with the Modi government? What was the pressing need?
Arnab, if that's the question, I will answer it, but please let me complete my answer and then you can pose further questions or further clarifications. Yes. Number one, you see, there's a history to what has happened in the cancellation of talks at the secretary level. And that history, unfortunately, is not so pleasant, I guess, because for the last 16 years, I've dealt, by virtue of being with President Musharraf, 98 onwards, with what India and Pakistan together have tried to establish an area where we can talk of peace,
sir,
where we can further
why talk to the Hurriyat the days before these talks?
Friendly relations with each other, and whenever there occurred,
sir, I repeat my question,
an occasion for the two secretaries and government level talks to take place, India starts making allegations and talking about ceasefire violations and conjuring up incidents so that talks do not take place.
Now that's the perception. General Qureshi, the question was different. My question is, what is the pressing need to talk to these non-entities 1 week before the foreign secretary level talk?
From your side, who just spoke earlier on, said that he was surprised by the suddenness of what Mr. Modi has done in cancellation of talks between Pakistan and India.
But Mr. KC Singh did not question the merit of it.
He is right. Now, at the same time, please understand, we want peace, we want good relations, but two must play the game.
Yeah, so
if India doesn't want it, and if India wants to cancel talks, we will live with this tragic situation, and don't worry, if it doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother us.
General Qureshi,
but I think
this
for
is
the people of both countries, for both our countries, I think the better way, the more mature way would have been to continue talks and build better relations between the two countries.
No,
now, talking about the Hurriyat.
General Qureshi,
now, each time,
that time is past.
Throughout India-Pakistan history, after the UN resolution in 1947-48.
Yeah, we can talk about the UN resolution.
Pakistan and Pakistani leadership and the Kashmiri leadership have been exchanging views.
Simple question.
Now,
simple question, long answer.
Was created
simple question, long answer, Mr. Qureshi.
Today you come up after 60-some years,
Mr. Qureshi,
and say that since you've spoken or you're about to talk to these people, leadership of Indian occupied
Mr. Long answer, Mr. Qureshi. Keep the answer. Mr. Qureshi, simple question.
The decision is yours.
Mr. Qureshi.
No, Arnab.
Mr. Qureshi, no, Mr. Qureshi, you have to answer tonight.
India's.
Mr. Qureshi, you have to answer tonight.
It doesn't reduce our stature.
Arnab, there are three
it
parties to the
reduces your
dispute.
stature.
Kashmiris are one of
and
them.
And it also conveys
so
to
Pakistan
us
is one of
that
them.
India does not
is the
want
third
peaceful
party.
relations
Sir,
with Pakistan.
you know,
India does not have the maturity to talk to Pakistan
Have you finished?
and go for improved and better relations.
So, you know,
and if this is what you want to convey to your people, and Pakistan can very coolly live without that. If you want bad
I think then you should, because I'll tell you, no, General Qureshi, now will you complete, or are you making a speech?
Now when you say,
no, are you going to listen? I ask you a question, you are just going on and on. You have to engage in a debate here on Newshour.
Because you are briefed.
Sir, you have to engage in a debate. There are Indian participants, and I once again tell Mr. Kasuri to be careful of how he describes our duly elected Prime Minister.
Views into the head of the public that you are trying to address.
Okay, so Mr. Qureshi,
so that's wrong.
Have you finished?
If you want to listen to our views,
no, have you finished, Mr. Qureshi? Because I am now watching how much time you've taken.
Call us for an interaction like this, we will not come.
So, Mr. Qureshi,
it doesn't hurt you.
Okay, so I'll tell you one thing.
It doesn't hurt us. Please understand this.
Have you finished, Mr.
So,
Qureshi?
getting into a rhetoric or a stage where you come here and get worked up and start shouting,
Mr. Qureshi,
it's pointless.
Mr. Qureshi, I'll tell you one thing. If you can, please care to listen. I have timed you, and I think that now you have to come to the program. I think you should be gracious enough, Mr. Qureshi, of giving. If there are 5 people who say we want to respond, I ask you a question, you don't answer the question, you continue to make your remarks, fine. You continue for 5 minutes, unstopped, that's also fine. But a point, a limited point, a question being put, and I don't know why not one of our 3 Pakistani guests can tell me tonight answer to one question. One question, Maruf, one question, General Bakshi, and one question, KC Singh. What was the pressing need, A, to talk to these non-entities called the Hurriyat a few days before the Foreign Secretary level talks?
They're not non-entities.
Oh, really? Okay, so I want to ask you, General Qureshi. I want to ask you, I know, one second. General Qureshi does not know India. You know, unlike your country, we are a democracy. If you have to be a political entity in India, you have to be elected. Mr. Kasuri, listen to me. Mr. Kasuri, listen to me. Despite your terrorism, despite your paid agents, despite these people called the Hurriyat, you had massive turnout in the Lok Sabha elections. You had 60+% turnout in the assembly elections. You had 79% turnout in the panchayat elections. And shame on you and your country who sponsor the terrorists and have these stooges called the Hurriyat. You want to meet them? I ask you tonight, give me factual data to prove that they represent the people of Kashmir. Give me one factual data. Factual data and not your subjective opinion. How do they represent the people of Kashmir? Prove to me. Any one of you 3 can prove to me on this basis we say they represent the people of Kashmir.
Not the answer.
You give me the answer, Mr. Kasuri. Mr. Kasuri, give me the answer on what basis? On what basis, on the basis of which fact and what data do you say the Hurriyat who has never fought an election represent the people of Kashmir?
Arnab.
Then every ISI agent represents the people of Kashmir.
They represent the ethos.
Mr. Kasuri, what ethos? It represents the ISI ethos.
Of people of Kashmir.
Well, really, on what basis and who are you to say that, Mr. Kasuri? You don't even know the basic respect with which you should be speaking about a Prime Minister when you address him, Mr. Kasuri. And I'm not going to take that.
Prime Minister's hands
I am not going to take that, Mr. Kasuri. I think Maruf, don't give me this Hindu-Muslim angle all the time. The secular country and a great democracy, Mr. Kasuri. Unlike yours. We are having responses from Maruf tonight. Maruf, I asked a question 3 times. You can say I don't have an answer. You can say I don't have an answer. You can say that. I don't have an answer.
Bar any guest who's uncivil here.
Maruf and KC
Arnab, apart from all the data that you've given, let me give 2-3 interesting facts.
I don't want to hear the
one is
Mr. Maruf. He's a scared Muslim.
Mr. Kasuri, Maruf is a proud Indian.
Arnab, shut him off.
Don't. He's
Arnab, get him off your channel. Mr. Kasuri, please leave the channel if you don't have the civility to accept other people's views. I've had enough of your completely demented point of view. You don't even represent Pakistani viewpoint. You are an absolute embarrassment to the international community and to the people of Pakistan. Please don't comment if you don't have facts to speak. Let me give you some facts. As per your 1974 constitution, as per your 1974 constitution, Mr. Kasuri, listen to me. Mr. Kasuri, listen to me. As per your 1974 constitution, if anybody from so-called Azad Kashmir expresses any view other than support for Pakistan, you will try him for treason. You don't even have the grace. You don't even have the grace to allow people a second point of view. Secondly, let me ask you one thing. You keep saying,
let General Qureshi or Abid Rao take that. Mr. Kasuri, Mr. Kasuri, make your points, but in a civil manner.
The other point,
without getting personal on this channel.
I just want to give a quick point. Everybody who's watching the show should switch their internet on and look at the UN resolution of 13th August 48 and ask themselves who did not implement it. Pakistan didn't implement part 2, therefore the plebiscite could not be held. Why are these guys all the time going on and on like a tired record trying to tell us that we have not implemented the UN resolution? Have they even read it? Read the UN resolution and then get back to us.
Shimla Agreement. Or for that matter, the Shimla Agreement, Abid Rao.
Shimla Agreement is very clear. It's a bilateral issue.
Well, and it does.
And Pakistan's Prime Minister Bhutto, who they all revere, was a signatory to the Shimla Agreement.
Yes, General Qureshi. General Qureshi, you can respond now.
You see, you're talking about bilateral issues, you're talking about the UN resolution, and you need to read it carefully. We read it very carefully. And
Sir,
when you say that Pakistan did not implement part 2 of the resolution, I think you need to revisit and reread it. One. Secondly, if you're saying that it's a bilateral issue after the Shimla agreement, why isn't India willing to talk about it?
No, so which part? No, which part of the UN resolution and the Shimla agreement?
And India
no, which part of the UN resolution and the Shimla agreement?
You come up and say that secretary level talks have been cancelled. Now you see, your issue is that when I start answering your question and you don't want to listen to that
answer. Sir, your answer will be long. You answer a specific counter question.
You start interrupting.
Sir, I asked you one question. You still haven't answered it.
I don't stop talking.
Sir, you still haven't answered my first question. What was the pressing need? What was the pressing need to have discussions a few days before the foreign secretary level talks? Give me a clear answer to that, sir.
General Qureshi, give me a clear answer. Of the Indian government to react the way it has done.
Really, just because we have not for such a long time, Maruf.
If you think,
why not?
If you think,
General Saab, why not? General Saab, why not? Which other country? General Saab, which other country in the world? General Saab, which other country in the world, including your patron saint United States, talks to sponsors? General Saab, which country in the world, including United States, talks to sponsors of terror? You sponsor, you harbor, you support terror groups. You expect us to continue to suffer that?
If that is how you want to continue,
sir, it will hurt you. It will not hurt us. Believe me, this is the start. This is the start of a new era.
Sir, talking to separatists.
Your poverty-stricken people in India.
Mr. Kasuri, forget it, please. Mr. Kasuri, talking to separatists, and by the way, we can have a serious discussion. We can have a you make personal remarks, you pull a Hindu-Muslim angle, and you talk about disrespect to in that callous manner about Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Mr. Kasuri. I am really sorry.
But you are basically a Brahmin democracy.
Mr. Kasuri, our Prime Minister is elected by the people and not controlled by the army. And General G.D. Bakshi now wants to respond to you. General Bakshi.
You know, Arnab, our Pakistani interlocutors are stuck on a broken record of Kashmir. May I point out to them in all humility that the world is sick and tired of your revisionist agenda. It is only there so that the Pakistan army has a rationale as a raison d'etre to maintain its centrality in the polity in Pakistan. You know, they call themselves the defenders of the ideological frontiers. They are just not willing to get real. That is the problem. The rest of the world is sick and tired. Sick and tired of your rantings and ravings on this issue. Nobody else is interested. Let me assure you, the world has moved on. For God's sake, the world has moved on. You know, you were supposed to vacate Pakistan occupied Kashmir for whatever else was to follow. You did not. It's all over. Period. Then we had the Shimla agreement. You know, you agreed to settle it on a bilateral basis. Now when we make attempts to talk to you bilaterally, what do? You open fire.
I'm sorry.
You open fire, for God's sake. You are a soldier, I am a soldier. I'm telling you, how do you expect us to respond? How do you expect us to respond?
You know, I will continue to ask specific questions.
The whole world is sick and tired of hearing this. If the whole
Absolutely.
world is India,
General Qureshi.
then maybe.
Absolutely, General Saab.
But the rest
go
of
to
the
the
world,
UN.
General Qureshi.
General Saab, you go to the UN.
India and
People
Pakistan.
go to sleep when you raise the
They
Kashmir
want to
issue.
listen to facts and the truth.
General Saab, you
And
go to the
only thing
UN.
that we say
When you raise the
is
Kashmir,
we
you
just
have
narrate the
at
truth.
on the
And that
obsession
bothers
with
you and
Kashmir.
upsets you so
You have
much.
ignored everything else in Pakistan and your growth. Just because you're obsessed with Kashmir.
Because
And the
Kashmir-
tragedy is,
Kashmir is
every
our
study
integral
shows that you will remain
Kashmir is
obsessed
an
with
integral part
Kashmir
of Pakistan.
and you will continue to go downhill and expect America to keep bailing you
Inshallah,
out
we'll get-
because you've
Mr.
got those
Kasuri.
nuclear
One
weapons.
day from you.
Mr. Kasuri, 1 minute. I want to get Abid Rao in, please. And by the way, Mr. Kasuri, you know, one option for India now is that we can say, you know, what if our envoy wants to meet the Baluchistan Liberation Front Commander-in-Chief for talks?
How does Balochistan compare
and
with
because
Kashmir?
because
Kashmir
of
is a
Mr. Kasuri, there you are on the back foot.
General Saab,
There you are on the
General
back
Saab,
foot.
on it,
What about
which has to
what
be
about
decided.
Shia General Saab, what about Shia
Balochistan
leaders
was
in
never
Gilgit?
an issue between India,
What about
India and
Shia leaders
Pakistan?
in Gilgit?
So how are
Kashmir,
you,
that is
Arnab,
also Kashmir.
By what stretch of imagination?
Where are the Shia leaders of Gilgit?
twisted
Why don't you let
logic
them come out?
Are you comparing Kashmir with Balochistan, where you are
Not at all.
interfering, by the
Not
way?
at all. But what about northern territories? That's all the erstwhile state of Kashmir.
So,
Disputed matter.
You know,
There's no question
General
of
Qureshi.
Balochistan pending in the United
General
Nations.
Qureshi,
But there is
Mr.
this matter is
Kasuri,
pending before the United Nations, and
I-
the United Nations is committed
I
to
understand-
hold free and fair plebiscite.
You see,
which
what
called
happens is-
the Wilsonian democracy, which is the highest form of democracy.
sir, you know, the world has moved on now. So move on, sir.
Woodrow Wilson, who was the
Sir,
president of the United States.
General Qureshi, it appears to me,
Woodrow
with
Wilson
utmost
and
Stanley
respect to you,
Wilson
with utmost respect, it appears to me, General Qureshi has neither read the Shimla agreement nor knows a line of the what the UN resolution said.
Absolutely.
But that's
Or
beside the point. He has,
Absolutely.
General Qureshi, you have no idea about these two agreements.
This is what you
Not
say.
one. Not
This is what
one.
you say.
But I don't want to get into prehistory. I want to be in the present. My question to Mr. Air Marshal Abid Rao is, I can understand your desperation, Air Marshal Rao. You want to somehow internationalize the Kashmir issue, but do you not believe
Why
that
do you
Barack
think
Obama
that
snubbed
India's
you?
refusal to talk
Sir, Barack
makes
Obama.
us desperate?
Sir,
It
did
doesn't-
Barack Obama snub Pakistan in 2012?
Arnab, will you give
Did
chance
Kofi
to some
Annan
other
snub
people also to
Pakistan
speak?
after that? Have all your attempts to internationalize the Kashmir issue not failed? Mr. Abid Rao, that you think this petty small attempt of trying to speak to some separatist leaders with your envoy at the Pakistan High Commission will get you some attention?
We met these people in continuation of what has been happening
Yes,
in past.
and you got away with it.
We have
You
done it in
won't
New
now.
Delhi, in Indian capital. We haven't met them in Mogadishu or some other secret place. Number one.
No, no,
What has
it's
happened in
better-
past
it would have been
has
better
happened
had
now.
you done it
It's
then.
not going
We
to
have
happen
made
now.
no
That's the
effort to
point.
make
It's a moment
an
of
international
inflection.
affair. No.
So because you have done...
New. There's nothing new in it. You have just said Hina Rabbani Kar met, then another Abbas Jilani met these people.
It seems that
What
they're
is
in a
new
panic.
about it?
Mr. Abid Rao,
India
Mr.
only
Abid
has
Rao.
one weapon. Let me tell you one
Mr.
thing.
Abid
I
Rao.
want to tell you one thing.
No,
one day you will come to Pakistan to talk about Kashmir and peace with Pakistan.
Mr.
Let me
Abid
tell
Rao,
you this.
Mr. Abid
One
Rao,
day you will
know
have to come to talk.
These
You
empty
keep
threats,
considering, from Mr. Nehru down to Mr. Modi, we have been used to all this. It is one of your usual threats. It doesn't upset us
not
at
a
all,
threat.
as General Rashid
It's
said.
not a threat.
We are at peace at
Marshal
ourselves.
Saab,
We are a
your
democracy of
policies-
whatever type.
Your
We are happy with that.
Your policies are all based on past experience. Therefore, you continue to repeat the same mistakes.
Kashmir issue is a nuclear flashpoint.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You're doing the same thing. Since 1948, you have been slipping. And you have a tendency of giving wrong examples. Balochistan is a settled area with Pakistan. It joined
there you get
Pakistan on
touchy,
its
aren't you,
will.
sir? So why are you getting touchy
Absolutely.
about Balochistan?
So what about
Why do you
What
get
about
touchy about
Balochistan has
Balochistan?
never-
Yes, GD Bakshi has a point. GD Bakshi.
Air Marshal Saab, what about your limiting the rights?
said that
What about
Pakistan
your
is
limiting
at
the
peace
rights
with itself.
of Kashmiris
You
in
said
your part of
Pakistan
Kashmir?
is at peace.
We are
with
talking to these
itself.
Kashmiris
I'm
because there are
telling you
three
that you are
partners
not
to
at
this
peace
issue.
with your neighbors.
One is India, one is
Please see
these
what is
Kashmiris,
happening with
one is the-
Afghanistan. Please see what is happening with India. Please see what is happening with Iran. I think you need
We see,
to
we are
reflect.
seeing that. We are seeing
you
that.
need to reflect.
I mean, how
you
do
may
you-
be at peace with
how do you
yourself
trust
as
your
you
opinion
claim.
on
I don't
us?
think so.
KC Singh.
I don't think so.
KC Singh.
No such
I don't
dispute
think that you are at
with
peace
Afghanistan.
with
We have no such
Pakistan.
dispute
But you are
with Iran.
definitely
Pakistan should
not
be
at
isolated
peace
like North.
with
Okay, one second, gentlemen.
neighbors.
I said in
All
my
your
last
neighbors.
program, I have grown up hearing this word of a two-tongue. Mr. Swaran Singh saying that if it was your true tongue, by now it should have been. You should have been at peace. You should have not been worried at all.
Air Marshal Saab, what you are seeing is the beginning of your isolation.
Air Marshal Rao, I don't want to get into the absolute details on the program, but I strongly believe that it would be good for you to please go through the Shimla Agreement, which had said that you
I
will
have gone
respect
through. How do you assume
each
that I
other's
have not
national
gone through?
unity, territorial integrity,
Bilateral issue
political
means India and
independence and
Pakistan.
sovereign
When we
equality.
want to talk,
Now
we
you
say,
can
"Oh,
turn around and
Pakistan,
say
show the
you
door."
can turn around and say that you
You
did that when you fell from grace in your weak moment after being thrashed in the 1971 war. But the fact is you did sign on that dotted line. You need to now respect that. You can't turn around and say since then
respect
we have
that.
become a terrorist
We
state and we
still-
don't want to believe in what
haven't gone
we don't
to
want to
UN
believe in
or
what
another
Mr.
third
Bhutto
party
signed
for
on.
it. We want to resolve it with India.
Sir,
We are not doing it
I'm
with
showing
any
you
other
chapter
third
para
country.
verse of the Shimla Agreement. I'm reading the Shimla Agreement for you. Have you no respect for it? Have you no respect for the
I
agreement
have
you
respect
signed?
for all mutual agreements.
It's a mutual agreement, then you violate the
Whole
Shimla
world has
Agreement by
declared
talking to these
Kashmir
separatists.
is a flashpoint between India and Pakistan after both countries became nuclear powers.
Sir, trying to
Have you
appear
forgotten
to
that in
engage in
1998?
dialogue with people who do not respect the sovereignty of India and who are known secessionists is false, out of line with the Shimla Agreement. Please check your facts, Mr. Air Marshal Rao. Please
Oh,
check
we are
your
talking
facts.
to India. We are
I
talking
can
to
read it
India.
out to
We are
you.
not
Unlike
talking
you,
to
I
Afghanistan
don't go
or
by
China for
rhetoric.
that matter.
Respect for the sovereignty of Pakistan? What are you talking about, Arnab? I think you totally forget what you've been doing. East Pakistan became Bangladesh because of India, because of India's interference.
Yeah, and
because of
what
its
about your
lack of
genocide,
respect
sir?
for
What
the
about your
sovereignty
genocide?
of Pakistan? How do you forget that? Close your eyes to it and just remember only that part which seems to suit you.
Sir, please.
General Qureshi has such a selective view of history that it's an embarrassment.
Army did in Bangladesh.
KC Singh is being. No, 1 second. General Bakshi.
Hamadur Rahman Commission.
What the Indian Army?
Mr. Kasuri, I'm asking KC Singh now.
Bangladesh, who were
Thank you,
Mr. Kasuri, a minute.
I thought you had forgotten
No,
about
I've
me.
not forgotten you. I'm
at the
carefully
receiving
looking
end.
at you, and I'm seeing that you're staying out from this debate. I understand that, but my question to KC Singh, who is a veteran diplomat, is that, sir, apart from all of this, no, what is the long-term diplomatic consequences if India refuses to engage with Pakistan on these grounds, which are very substantial grounds? What are the diplomatic consequences for Pakistan, KC?
Nothing.
Arnab, excellent question. Finally, you come to the real question. Let us deal with facts, because we are not going to be able to convince our Pakistani friends about our version of history or our version of Shimla Agreement. It's a waste of time. Let's deal with what is available from the time Mr. Modi took over in the public domain. The two prime ministers of India and Pakistan met on the 26th of May. We were told terrorism was discussed, but Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif did not meet the Hurriyat. Now, it is imaginable that that was a precondition that India had put at that stage, and Prime Minister Sharif respected it. Was it also conveyed to him that this should be continued in the future? I don't know. But I would imagine it would be the Indian expectation that the same behavior will continue at lower levels. Now, after he returns, his position weakened considerably. It's been weakening by the week. We've seen the two rallies proceeding to Islamabad. We've seen him leaning on the army. And then in the last 3 weeks, we've seen the LOC violations go up. And we've seen Nawaz Sharif literally bound to Islamabad and really cowering there, worried about Imran Khan and Dr. Qadri. Therefore, the India file has passed to the Pakistani army. Obviously, a precondition was imposed. Kashmir has to be the main issue when the two foreign secretaries meet, and we will focus on it. Now, was it a breach of whatever the two prime ministers discussed?
Yes.
Our prime ministers not brought it out in the public, but I would imagine there would have been some discussion between them and some understanding. Where I think an element of surprise has come in, because this issue never came out in the public, that Pakistan will henceforth
But there might have been a gentleman's agreement, Casey.
approach the Hurriyat, because this is a new red line. This is not an old Indian red line, because in the past we have objected, we have protested, but these meetings have taken place both during NDA 1 and UPA 1 and 2.
Simple.
Therefore, the surprise element was only this, that why it happened so suddenly.
Casey,
but I would imagine we are not privy to all the information. So maybe this was an understanding that Government of India had.
Casey,
But now I'm coming to your question. I'm coming to your question. Therefore, now for any dialogue to be resumed in future, this has become a precondition. So Pakistan has to therefore accept or reject this new red line, which is that they have to deal with India and not deal with any member or any Indian living in India, which includes the Hurriyat leaders. Or it can deal with Indian permission with whoever we say.
Yeah.
So these are the new ground rules that the Modi government is laying down for resuming discussion. So that is the new red line and the new way that the Modi government, but unfortunately it's a strategic shift which is only visible to us 3 months, almost 3 months into this government's life. Whereas if they had done it gradually, both public opinion here and Pakistan would have been prepared for it.
Of people of occupied Kashmir.
Sir, if you're so sincere about occupied Kashmir, since China has grabbed a certain part of it, why don't you have the muster the courage to tell the Chinese to return that? You know, please, occupied Kashmir is on your side. My only question is reasonably, please tell me, reasonably, how do this man Gilani, you must have obliged him in many ways, Shabir Shah and Mirwais Omar Farooq, who are your own mascots. How do they have more legitimacy than the elected representatives of India? People who have never fought an election. You are getting sentimental over them, Abid Rao and Mr. General Qureshi. But tell me, how do they have more legitimacy than the elected government of India? Then otherwise you can say we as a terror state only respect those who are in league with terrorists.
The answer is plebiscite.
Sir, please, sir, revisit history. You are not going to get Kashmir. Just understand that, sir. You won't. That's it. But how do that? My question is specific. How does Gilani have more legitimacy than the government of India? And last time I'm asking for a specific reply from one of our Pakistani interlocutors. You didn't answer when I asked you why you talked now 1 week before, but at least tell me, how in your rational mind does Gilani have more legitimacy than the government of India?
Look,
yes.
This is not the first time that Pakistan...
So you're repeating, but it's not good. My question is, how do they have more legitimacy? Since you are staking the dialogue, you're staking the dialogue process at the altar of these separatists. I'm asking you why you consider them more legitimate than the duly elected government of 1.2 billion people. Give me a clear answer, sir.
Hold on.
Don't prevaricate now.
1.2 billion people have nothing to do with Kashmir.
Really?
You see,
really? So
if
then,
you take out
Indian
occupied Kashmir,
you don't need to discuss the matter with India.
There are people who represent the majority of the Kashmiris.
And how, if I may ask, does Gilani represent the majority of Kashmiris?
Ambassador.
How did you decide that?
Which has, Arnab, if 1 billion Indians don't have anything to do with Kashmir, how do 150 million Pakistanis have something to do over Kashmir? What has given them the moral right? Because they see it in a Muslim context.
How is that logical?
Come on, sir,
that just because you have more people in India, you have legitimacy in Kashmir, and since Pakistan doesn't have the 1 billion people that India has.
Now you are caught in your own, you are caught in the warp and weft of your own argument.
General Qureshi, let me tell you, let me remind you, sir, let me remind you, General Qureshi, under the rules of partition, under which you were created, so did Kashmir accede to India. So if you don't recognize Kashmir's accession to India, you don't recognize your own creation. You are then a figment of Mr. Jinnah's imagination. You are a figment of Mr. Jinnah's imagination if you don't recognize Kashmir's accession to India. Because under the rule of partition, Kashmir came to India just as much you were created.
KC is coming back to the debate. I'm going to KC, please.
How do you question Kashmir's accession to India?
KC, where do you see this going now? Now, KC.
Arnab, the right analogy for Pakistan, just a minute, the right analogy for Pakistan, I think we should ask our High Commissioner to meet the Shia leaders from northern areas who have been treated so badly because Pakistan has just artificially cut off that portion of Kashmir. That is a part of Kashmir that we have not paid attention to. Every Indian government has been negligent. We bought into this Pakistani propaganda that Kashmir is only POK in the valley. Kashmir was also the northern areas where they have treated them badly. We and those poor people need to be approached. I think the Indian High Commissioner should meet their leaders. We should really meet their leaders.
I've been saying the same for the last couple of days that we should cultivate our ties with those elements in northern areas that live under Pakistan's jackboot, under Pakistan's constitution of 1974. If anybody expresses
and that is a former part of Kashmir,
other than joining the Union of Pakistan, he is seen to be doing an act of treason. We allow them to meet Pakistanis, and on the other side, they are seen to be doing treason, even if they think of anything outside the Union of Pakistan. Look at the double standards. Look at their double standards. Expose their double standards.
What about the Naxalites?
I don't know what kind of democracy is India.
Sir,
they talk of people's wish,
today,
they can't do that in Kashmir.
Sir, I think you made an important choice tonight. Till tonight, there was a doubt about whether Pakistan was a failed democracy, a failed republic, and a terrorist state. But today, if you choose not to speak to the government of India, if you choose, and let me repeat once again, it will be on your hands that the failure of the talks will be determined. You have a choice. Get real. Because this government is not going to do biryani diplomacy with you. This government will not do biryani diplomacy with you. You can do it with your own terror groups. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1 on the News Hour tonight.